All right, we got a couple of people. That's cool. I was waiting for a couple more people to come in. Even if it's just a couple of people, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm sitting in the park thinking about changes. So that's going to be the topic, changes. You know? Now, how do we make changes? Sometimes changing is very hard to do because sometimes we fall back on the same patterns of behavior. Reacting, thinking, feeling, doing, all of that. Creating scenarios in our mind, acting on them. And then sometimes we look at it and be like, you know what? I really don't want to do this. This is not, what I'm working towards. This is something that I know is not good for me because it takes me to other spaces that I don't want to be within. So changing requires being aware of how you feel, how you think, what you do, various different things. That's how you change. But you got to practice. And what I'm realizing more, we got to look at those obstacles that come about that places us in situations that we don't want to be involved in. Whether it's anger, low self-esteem, low self-worth, eating the wrong food, thinking the wrong thoughts, doing the wrong things, wasting money, wasting time, being lazy, procrastinating. The list is long. So this is what we want to do. We want to get a mental list of what it is that we really want to change. And then look at the mental list or even write it down and say, okay, I definitely want to change this. I definitely want to change that. Some people, they can change their whole life at the snap of a finger. That's how strong they are. But some of us, we can change some things at the snap of a finger, but we may not be able to change our whole life at the snap of a finger. So, what I do and what I'm learning, okay, there's two ways. Look at the most easiest thing that is doable. Or look at the thing that drives you crazy or throws you off the most and work on that. That's what I wanted to say. So that's what I'm going to go with. Because usually the thing that throws you off the most, it could be anger, it could be whatever, lust, it could be greed or whatever. Look at the thing that creates everything. Because sometimes it may be one or two things. It could be when you get upset now, you're not thinking, you just you just out there like a volcano. So, we want to look at what's the major thing that's making me feel fucked up inside after I do it or act on it or become a victim of it or give out that energy. Because it is the energy that's being given out. It comes from inside of you that you give out. So we really want to look at what's the thing out of all the things that causes the most disruption and chaos within our lives. Exactly. And as I say that, I'm saying that to myself because it's about healing. It's about changing. It's about working on ourselves. It's about stop hurting ourselves. Stop hurting people. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be in that energy where it's chaotic because we already live in a controlled, created, chaotic environment. All you gotta do is look on the news. All you gotta do is see how, people in power is moving, you know, and that's a sign that, there's really some situations going on in the world. So we gotta make sure we secure ourselves by recognizing the issues or situations or problems that we have within that causes us to be caught up in major stuff. It usually is one or two things. It may be 3, 4 things, depending, but it's usually one major thing. And then looking at it and understanding, okay, this is my problem. And then looking at it, not condemning yourself, because we can do that. We can say, damn, man, I'm a piece of shit. I fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. And like, if you do that, then I'm not saying it's wrong because we all got different ways of responding. But what I am saying is that we want to heal and we want to get to a loving, caring place within ourselves so that we can stop doing that and also understand that, I will make mistakes. But the goal is to look at the mistakes that we're making and put in place mechanisms or alternatives to stop going down that tunnel that is filled with darkness, pain, hurt, confusion, disillusion, being uncomfortable, always regretting after the action is done. I mean, I'm not saying that not having those feelings is bad, because those feelings point you that something is wrong here. So we want to be aware of our patterns, how you living, how you thinking, how you spending your money, how you interacting with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your relationships, all that. And then ask yourself, what's the benefit? Not saying you're getting over or you get, no, what's the benefit? Am I growing? Am I learning? Am I changing? Am I elevating? And the best way that you will see that is by you looking at yourself and changing within. So hopefully when you have relationships or interactions, they can be healthy and more prosperous. Less problem, less drama, less confusion, more understanding, more cohesiveness, more coming to solutions, more coming to, okay, yeah, this is the plan. And it works. It has to work. After you have looked at all the different gray areas pertaining to what's wrong, how come this keep happening, why? Could it be something from my childhood? Could it be something from a relationship? Could it be, a family member, a stranger, or, we don't know who we are. We're still trying to figure out who we are, what we need to do. Could it be from prejudices and certain systems set up that has caused us a lot of unnecessary headaches, a lot of unnecessary pain? I mean, we want to look at the whole situation and understand what is going on within myself, how come this is happening, and what is it that I need to do to become stronger and stop doing that. Literally. And this is awareness. Being aware that you're not doing the right thing, figuring out why you're not doing the right thing, figuring out why you keep repeating the same patterns, praying, meditating, and then putting in action to bring about solution methods and patterns that you use when those things happen to come back up. Instead of going that way, now you're going to take a different route. It's like this. You live in a neighborhood, right? And you know that down the block, they always fighting and carrying on, right? What you going to do? You going to keep walking down that same block? No. You take a different block where it's less drama, it's more peace, where it's more safe. So this is what we want to do inside of our brain and our mind and our actions. And when we become aware that something is wrong, and we can admit, there's something wrong with me, man, because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There's something wrong with me, but not in a way where we're going to condemn ourselves and cast ourselves away. No, we be honest and say, yo, I got some shit going on. There's something wrong with me. I really need help. And so let me look within to find the solutions and get with others who are healing, who make it say, well, I used to be like that. This is what I did. You know, there's a lot of information out here for help. Listen, there is so much information out here for help and for practically anything you want to do. Right on the computer, right on the smartphone. Literally. YouTube, Google. You got a lot of books out here, and you got a lot of people walking around with a lot of information. Yeah. You know, but because of fear, people don't really want to open up to other people because of the created chaos and the created fear. So people are more like, nah, I can't let this person know I'm going through this, I'm dealing with that or whatever. So sometimes we keep stuff inside, you know, because of fear, because of distrust, because of being hurt, because of, you know, like I said, childhood. You know, we didn't get the support we needed as children. You know, we may have been abused or, you know, punished, you know, harshly by our moms or fathers or maybe, you know, other relatives. I mean, it's a whole bunch of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, we want to look at all that shit, you know, from the beginning to now, and then put in necessary things that's going to make us feel better about living. That's what we want to do. But because as I said before in other lives, as long as you are breathing in and out, that's life. All the stuff we get, money, clothes, whatever, that's parts of life. Life is the mechanism of breathing in and out. That's what life is. Everything else is just extra icing on the cake, extra salt or whatever, extra parts, extra pieces. Like, yo, let me get some extra bread, or yo, let me get some extra condiments or this and that. That's all. It's just extra stuff. So life is breathing in and out. That's life. So, you know, like a lot of times, you know, we may feel like we're like a little thrown off. Like me, you know, I'm chilling in the park, but I did my little, you know, strengthening exercises and stuff. I feel strong. I feel good. And I realized that the more creative things you got going on in your life, whether it's writing, poetry, painting, you know, music, art, whatever it is, yoga, whatever it is that's positive, you know, you got to have multiple creative processes in your life. So when you go to crazy land, those positive things going to help you look at yourself, reevaluate yourself, and hopefully help you heal from that. Help you grow up, help you stop doing that. If you don't have certain things in place, then you may stay stuck in that for a while. But if you got a bunch of different creative things, it could be 1, 2, or 3 things you practice to keep yourself together, to bring you back to yourself, then the chance of you coming out of any situation is stronger than not having certain things set up. And all you got to do is just look at certain situations where, you know, us as humans go through, right? You fall, right? You go get the necessary information that you need. You apply the information, make it a part of your structure, part of your life. Next thing you know, you see yourself changing. You see yourself getting stronger. You see yourself becoming more aware. You're starting to feel more good about yourself. You start loving yourself more, right? And you realize that everything you needed, you always had inside of you, but you didn't know what it was because you wasn't connecting to yourself. You thought, oh, I had to do this and that. And some things we will have to do, but the goal is, you know, you're already a cosmic being. You're already, you know, got planets inside of you, universes inside of you, nations and tribes inside of you. Your heart, your lungs, all these different cells, your hands, your feet, your eyes, your ears, your brain. Those are planets, those are cosmos, those are nations, those are tribes right inside of you. Right now, all your cells is talking. Yo, make sure the heart beat. Yo, send the signal to the brain. All of that. You know, a lot of times we don't even look at our system, how your body works, man. Because we're so distracted by outer stuff. You know? So we want to connect inside. So we can learn how do the system operates. What do I need to do to keep my system operating and functioning correctly? How come I'm always tired? Why I'm always in pain? Another thing, how come I get angry so quick? How come I always feel like I'm not a part of? Or why do I feel the way that I feel? A lot of times it's because of environment. Certain minerals you're not taking, like maybe a lack of sleep, no exercise, no positive outlets. So you function a certain way that's inconsistent to the way that you are supposed to soundly function as a human. Yeah. So, you know, we want to really start studying ourselves on a deeper level. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because been there, done that, and dealing with, you know, certain situations pertaining to what I share. It's like, this is real life stuff. They say some, you know, some stuff. Now, this is real life, real life. Real life, real life. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is now, just remember, if you feel any kind of way when you make a mistake, to like if you're feeling like remorseful or you're feeling like I shouldn't have did that or said that or made that move, whatever it may be, yo, I shouldn't have spent that money, man. I could have used that money for something else. Yo, I shouldn't have even said nothing, man. I should just walked away. Or I shouldn't be thinking these thoughts, man. These thoughts ain't good. If you feel what I'm saying, that means that you are in the frequency of changing. Now, if you doing stuff and you not feeling no kind of way about it, then that means that your heart is closed. It's like, there is no structure or feelings of care and concern for yourself as well as for others. And y'all know we live in the real world like that, you know? And I'm not judging because I'm not God. I didn't make this world. But as I become more conscious of my inner self, I can remake the world that was given to me. You know what I'm saying? Because being born was given to us. You know what I'm saying? And then in some way, you know, we did ask to come here, but the majority of it was given to us as a gift. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it can be a curse too, depending on how you use it and stuff like that. And then another thing too, if you're still breathing in and out, then you can get better, you can change. But what I realized from just the amount of time I've been in the earth, true change comes when you keenly accept that there's something wrong and you need to do better. You need to change. You need to be more responsible. You need to be more productive. You need to be more aware. You need to be more awakened. And concluding within yourself that there's more information that you need to get to where you need to go pertaining to whatever it is that you need to do. Literally. It includes thoughts, eating, exercise, meditation, prayer, being more responsible, not getting so caught up in other people's irresponsibility, Learning that everybody may not be where you want them to be. So trying to find a way where it's still going to be peaceful, hopefully. And then if it don't be, then you got to like just make another move, because you don't want to be dealing with that, because now we're dealing with prison, we're dealing with jail, we're dealing with death, we're dealing with all kinds of things that could happen. You know what I'm saying? So our goal is we want to be like, you know what? This is not even something that's going to be beneficial for me. You know, I can walk away from situations. I don't always got to be like trying to prove, yo, I'm not the one, don't fuck with, I ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to use wisdom. The goal is to be sincere within yourself and look at what's good about you, what's not so good, but you know you can work on it and become better at getting better with yourself, because you're the one that got to live inside of your body. Nobody else can live inside of your body, not unless you're a female and you giving birth, you know? So the goal is looking honestly at what's wrong, what's right, and getting the necessary remedy to heal, to fix ourselves, to become more creative, more understanding, more humble, more appreciative, and more sincere with yourself, with the universe, with the creator, and truthful, to where, you know, it don't take a whole lot for you to know something ain't right, something is wrong, something is out of place, X, Y, and Z. It won't take a whole lot for you to know that. Why? Because you have become sincere within yourself, and you have a certain code and structure within yourself that you want to be so honest with yourself that you ain't got no time to be shucking and jiving. You ain't got no time to be taking missteps and this and that. And if you do, you know that you're so strong within yourself because you're in a frequency of healing and constantly looking. And I ain't talking about being perfect. I'm talking about looking at who you are, what you are, why you do what you do, why you don't do certain things, why you don't stand up for yourself, why you may be a little bit too overly involved, why you may be overly going all out, and all of that, and hopefully find the balance that we all need, including myself. Even with all the crystals and the herbs and all the different things I do, I'm still on the journey towards redefining, redirecting, re-elevating, healing, forgiving, understanding, being more compassionate, more caring, more loving, and stop going in my head thinking all this stuff, knowing that a lot of that stuff that I think is not even in the frequency of what it is that I'm striving to do. So a lot of times we're going to have to discard some old thoughts, some old ways that we still be moving with, using. A lot of it is outdated. It's sort of like the computer. You know, some stuff is outdated. So we want to look at, am I still living in outdated information? Am I still reacting and using this outdated information? Because if we're in a certain frequency where we really want to heal, then there's some outdated information we're going to have to look at and see what's the payout, what's the benefit, and then slowly chip away and slowly, like I may mention, put certain creative processes in place. That's how you change. You put good creative things in place of those things that you know are inconsistent to where you want to be. And I'm going to say that again. You put good creative things, thoughts, movements, in place of those things that are inconsistent to where you want to be, to where you know deep in your heart this is where you should be, as opposed to where you may be. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, and I'm gonna be real with you. When you start getting on this journey on a deeper level, you're gonna be crying, you're gonna be laughing, you're gonna, like, a lot of thoughts and things that you forgot about is gonna come to you, and you're gonna really see things like past stuff, stuff in the here and now, and some future stuff. You're gonna get glimpses of things, and you're gonna be able to understand it on a deeper level. So now the puzzle, the life path puzzle, is slowly being pieced together and put together. Why? Because you're in the frequency where you are openly, honestly embracing everything about you and looking at everything about you. The cosmic dots, they always should be leading you back to yourself. So when you interact with others, you can have a feeling and a flow of what the situation is about, what these people are about, and why you're in that situation. So you don't be in situations that's inconsistent to the journey. And that entails looking at your low self-esteem, looking at your self-worth, looking at you comparing yourself, looking at you maybe trying to live a lifestyle that you know is not, how would I say, like trying to fit in. The goal is we want to fit in within. Fit in within. Why? Because you have to live inside of your body. So let me learn everything I can learn about myself. And as I structure the journey, I'm not going to be broadcasting, what I'm doing. I'm going to let my frequency and flow detail where I'm going, what I'm about. And that will attract like-minded people like yourself. And also, only time I suggest speaking about the new journey is those who are willing to be compassionate and understanding to where you are and where you're going. Because some people, they're not going to give a shit about what you're going through. They're not going to give a shit about, oh, you changed. They're not going to give a shit about, the new journey. They're not. And looking at it from a higher level, you're not doing nothing for nobody. You're doing it all for yourself. To get yourself together so as you interact and live in the world, you can travel, navigate safely within so you can navigate safely outside. But I need to say this because this was coming to me. You have to be always constantly aware. Like your awareness has to really level up to where it's sort of like you're always on point. I was going to say always on guard. No, always on point. And you catch yourself. Even if you should make a mistake, you catch yourself either during it or after, and you say, okay, let me, look at what happened or what didn't happen. And then from there, you start piecing it together. Because the information is, a lot of times, we are born with the information, the cosmic keys. We're born with it. That's why sometimes you get information from different people, mom, dad, society, books, film, songs, different things. So you take all the good stuff that you're getting and you use it, and then you tweak it, and then you sit with yourself, and then other things will come to you pertaining to the gateway. It's a gateway. It's a cosmic gateway. And once you start entering into the cosmic gateway, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of light. There's a lot of frequency. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of understanding. And I will tell you this. You will know when you're there because you'll think about different things, and you will literally cry tears, man. I'm talking about real heartfelt tears of knowing, wow, man, you know what? I'm grateful for just this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? I may have went through this. I may have went through that. I may have thought it was the end. I may have thought all this. And now I'm looking at where I'm at, and I'm like, I'm so grateful, man. And those tears will come, and you'll be able to feel like, man, I know I'm really changing. I know I'm really alive. Why? Because I chose to do this. This is a choice that I made. And sometimes life makes choices for us to where we have no choice but to do what we have to do. So it can come either easy, or it can come through a series of events that put you where you need to be. And those be blessings. You know why? Because some people don't get that chance to go through hell, to go through the battle, to go through the war, to go through all kind of stuff. And then they make it out safely. Why? Because in their heart, they said, man, I'm going to make the necessary moves and changes to do what I need to do, because this other way don't work. This other way is confusion. This other way is pain. You know what I'm saying? This other way, you know what I'm saying, where I got to be looking over my shoulder. This other way is where, you know, I got to be moving in a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? So when you start feeling like new life, new love, new understanding, new ways of perception, that's what it is. To where you see that, and we're not judging people for what they do, but you see that, okay, everybody got their own lot. Everybody got their own life, things that they do. And you say, let me look at myself and let me see what's good for my well-being. What's good for me. Because a lot of times we're going to see ourselves in other people. We're going to see things that they do that maybe we used to do, or maybe that we're doing, but we you know, like we reached a higher frequency, so we shedded a lot of stuff. And so we don't want to judge people for what they do and where they are, but we want to understand that that's not where we are. That's not where we want to be. That's not where we want to go, because it didn't work for us. It don't work for us. It may seem like it worked for other people. That's their journey. Everybody got different journeys. So the thing is to pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your journey, pay attention to your feelings, pay attention to your mind, pay attention to the cosmic dots, because the cosmic dots will lead you back to yourself. Why? Because you want to get so deep within yourself that you're feeling stronger, you're feeling confident, you're feeling more aware, and you're taking the necessary steps to secure the things that you need to secure while you're living in the earthly body, such as knowledge, wisdom, understanding, information, ways and means, you know what I'm saying, to make money, you know what I'm saying, that's hopefully, you know what I'm saying, won't get us killed or get us thrown in prison or whatever, you know, because we don't want to take chances with our lives anymore, you know, doing something that's honorable, something that's decent, and then figuring out other ways to add on to what we're doing, and not comparing ourselves to what other people got and what you ain't got. Be grateful for what you have, because somebody right now want what you got that you're not even grateful for, literally. So we don't want to compare ourselves to other people. We don't want to be walking around feeling down and out in Beverly Hills. That was a movie. If you never seen the movie, watch it. It's called Down and Out in Beverly Hills. I think Nick Nolte played in it. And I started saying, yo, man, I don't want to feel like I'm down and out in Beverly Hills. Meaning, you know, you're in a situation to where you're feeling down and out, but when you get outside of the down and out, you see that there's so many wonderful things going on around you, right underneath your feet, right underneath your nose, or you're so caught up that you can't even see that you still got a lot of blessings going on. You still got a lot of good stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm going to tell you the time that we're living in. This is the time of distraction. This is the time of fear. This is the time of war, anarchy, distrust, chaos, bloodshed, all of that stuff. You know, but right now, this is a time of major distraction. Now, all those things that I made mention have been going on since the beginning of time. But the distraction now is so heavy. It's so heavy. So what I've been doing, I've been trying to like codify myself to certain things, like how much time I'm spending on the phone, how much time I'm doing certain things that may be inconsistent to the many other things that I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many things we can do, man. You know, like a couple weeks ago, I went down to Michael's, I bought some canvas, bought some paint, because my daughter, she painted. I painted a couple, that's okay, this is cool, I can add this on, you know. there's so many creative, constructive things that we can do. Because from what I'm seeing, the people that has been given temporary rulership in the world, the goal is to confuse, distract, create unnecessary anarchy, bloodshed, trauma, drama, all that. So we gotta have a shield. I'm going to end the live soon. We have to shield ourselves from from basically what's going on, because it's a plan. It's a plan. Yeah, it's a plan. So we got to make sure that, y'all bear with me, man. It's getting a little chilly out, so I'm putting on my, my long sleeve shirt. So let me just say this. It's a plan to make you feel weak, to make you feel scared, to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel like I'm incapable. It's a plan to make you feel lost, distracted, all that stuff. But like I said, this is the cosmic key, because this is what I realized. The more things that you have. I'm gonna start walking now because I gotta get my daughter. The more things that you have that are creative. And the reason why I say the more creative things that you have, because this is what I found out. And I'm telling you, like, true, real story. As I begin to create, meaning create in my mind by looking at everything that was inconsistent to being creative. That means changing my thoughts, right? My actions, how I was moving. This is what we want to do. We want to look at how we are moving in the earth. We don't want to be moving recklessly. You just getting up, you're not even paying attention to anything around you. We want to be so keenly aware of every little sound. I'm talking about every little thing. Because as we do that, now we're becoming more profoundly pronounced in awareness and in observation. That's what we want to do. Now, I'm going to tell you why. It does has a little bit to do with fear, but we got to be aware of what's going on because things be going down. Yeah. So I'm not saying like you. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we just want to be aware of what's going on. We want to be aware of how we feel, right? We want to be aware of just everything. Like, like look around, smell the air, let the sun touch your skin, people watch, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Because we only here for a little while. So we want to be in touch, with the ins and outs and ins of life. So this way, when we move, we know this is the move I'm making. Nah, I ain't making that move. I know what that move is about. Every move that we make, we want to make sure that it's a move based on doing the right thing, facilitating plan of action, taking better care of ourselves, right? Really looking at, okay, this is what I need to do. Let me stop bullshit. I've been bullshitting. Yeah, I've been lying to myself. I've been fooling myself. All that. Honestly coming to. When you honestly come to, that's when you really grow up. Your age does not make you a grown-up. Yeah. That don't make you a grown-up. What makes you a grown-up is how you move in the earth. Your right-minded thinking, your right-minded momentum of movement and moving. That's what makes us an adult. So I'm going to end the live soon. So hopefully, I'm going to save the video. You can rewatch the video. But the goal is change. That was the whole topic, change. Okay, so remember, there's 2 ways, or maybe there's multiple ways, but what I realize is that, because it came to me earlier, and I said it, so I'm saying it again, we want to look at the thing that disrupts us the most, that makes us feel uncomfortable the most, that throws us off the most, and that's the thing that we really want to work on and change. Because usually that, and a lot of times it's a small thing, but it becomes a big thing. So we want to look at that, whatever it may be, and do the necessary things that we have to do, so this way we can find the peace that we need. And then all the other stuff that may be minimal, we'll be able to better handle that. So we'll look at the biggest thing that really is the littlest thing, right? And figure out why that is happening. Because a lot of times it's a small thing, but it becomes a big thing, and that throws and fucks up everything else. And it throws you off. You feel uncomfortable. Make others feel uncomfortable. So we want to look at that. We want to really, really look at that, right? And put the necessary steps, procedures, plan, action, thought, movement in place, and practice, and stay aware of, I have this problem, I have this issue, this is causing situations to kind of spiral out. So let me be aware that when I feel a certain way, I need to say, no, don't do that, because that's not going to make it better. That's going to cause that discomfort, insanity, that uneasiness that you know and you feel, because your brain, your heart, your spirit been telling you, this is not a good look for you. It's not good. It's not working. And it's time for you to grow up. Yeah. It's time for you to really change, get honest. Do it for yourself. And as you begin to do it for yourself, your light is going to shine. Your mind is going to expand. Remember, you got inner nations, you got planets, you got cosmos, different things within. The goal is you want to win within. And by winning within, that means you're really getting honest with yourself. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. No, you don't. So if you think, oh, I gotta let them see me doing this, let them prove myself to them, you ain't gotta do that. It's on you. It's you meeting you, it's you dealing with you. So cosmic.